Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Janvallabha Girivaradhari
Gopi Janvallabha Girivaradhari
Gopi Janvallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Janvallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Janvallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astotarasata Shishimari Divine Grace ISKCON Founder Acharya Jagat Guru Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astotarasata Shishimari Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Gauri Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem to Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Vadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinashyam Radha Kunna Giri Garavadhan Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Mathura Dham Ki Jai Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Jamuna Mai Ki Jai Ganges Mai Ki Jai Tulasi Devi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gaura Premanande O glorious assembled devotees O glorious assembled devotees O glorious assembled devotees Glory to Shishi Guru Shri Gauranga Nama Om Vishnu Padya Krishna Prisaya Bhuta Lishmate Vati Trita Shanti Maste Krishna Padaya Parashita Gaura Karuna Sakti Vati Trita Namne Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashta Praisa Badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavati Uttamasloki Bhakti Bhavati Nashtige Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Madhyana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurulmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapadakamanam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahaguna Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajiva Sadvaitam Savadutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Taptakam Chana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisavan Sute Devi Purnamami Hari Priya Vanchakal Patarubhyascha Kripa Sindhya Evacha Patitana Pavivyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama राम राम हरे हरे। कंठरा श्रीमद् भागवतम की
जय।
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।
From Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 25, Principles of Devotional Service. Text 21. Titikshavah
तितिक्षवः
Karunikah
कारुणिकः
Suhrida
सुहृदा
Sarvadehinam
सर्वदेहिनां
Ajatasatrava
जातसत्त्वा
Santa
सन्ताः
Sadhava
साधवः
Sadhubhushana
साधुभूषणां
Titikshava Karunika
तितिक्षवः कारुणिकः
Suhrida Sarvadehinam
सर्वदेहिनां
Ajatasatrava Santa
जातसत्त्वा सन्ताः
Sadhava Sadhubhushana
साधवसाधुभूषणां
Titikshava Karunika
तितिक्षवः कारुणिकः
Suhrida Sarvadehinam
सर्वदेहिनां
Ajatasatrava Santa Sadhava Sadhubhushana Titikshava Karunika Suhrida Sarvadehinam 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 Ajatasatrava Santa Sadhava Sadhubhushana
तितिक्षवः कारुणिकः
Titikshava Karunika
सुहृदः सर्वदेहिनां
Suhrida Sarvadehinam
अजातशत्रुवः सन्तः
Ajatasatrava Santa
साधवः साधुभूषणः
Sadhava Sadhubhushana Titikshava Karunika Suhrida Sarvadehinam Ajatasatrava Santa Sadhava Sadhubhushana. Mataji. Titikshava Karunika Suhrida Sarvadehinam Ajatasatrava Santa Sadhava Sadhubhushana Titikshava Karunika Suhrida Sarvadehinam Ajatasatrava Santa Sadhava Sadhubhushana Titikshava Karunika Suhrida Sarvadehina Ajata Satrava Santa Sadhava Sadhibhushana Titikshava Tolerant Karunika Merciful Suridaha Friendly Sarvadehinam to all living entities Ajata Satrava inimical to none Santaha peaceful Sadhava abiding by scriptures Sadhubhushana adorned with sublime characteristics. Translation and purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. The symptoms of a sadhu are that he is tolerant, merciful, and friendly to all living entities. He has no enemies. He is peaceful. He abides by the scriptures, and all his characteristics are sublime. Please repeat. The symptoms of a sadhu are that he is tolerant, merciful, and friendly to all living entities. He has no enemies. He is peaceful. He abides by the scriptures. And all his characteristics are sublime. These are secondary qualities of a sadhu, not the primary qualities. They are secondary. Primary qualities of a sadhu is different. He is Eka Krishna Sharana. 100% devoted to Krishna. The principal quality of a sadhu is 100%. And you may not see some of these qualities in this world. You may not see some. But the principal quality is distinguishedly prominent of a sadhu. He is 100% surrendered, devoted to Krishna. By his speech, by his activities, everything about him. Everything about him is a lesson that anyone can learn just by seeing him. Just by seeing him, one can learn something. And even if he does not speak, he doesn't even need to speak. Just his presence can make one Krishna conscious. Therefore, Bhagavatam recommends just go and sit with the sadhu. Just sit with him. He may speak with you, may not speak with you, it doesn't matter. His presence alone has very powerful effect. Just like, does a tiger need to speak to us to know his importance? Tiger. Or a snake. His presence around, you can feel his presence. The moment the snake enters, you can feel the presence. Everybody becomes very conscious. Because it's a mirror to show us that. Immediately. This is sad. It's like that. Speaking is additional to help us clarify certain things. So, one Christian, one day his followers were telling him, Master, we want you to speak every day, but everybody wants to hear you. Speak every day. Want to hear you, but you don't speak. You are silent. Many people are speaking, but you want to hear. So he replied, I'm speaking all the time. Time I'm not speaking. Only sometimes I talk. Sometimes I talk. But speaking, I'm doing that every time. By his qualities, by his behavior. He's teaching many things, just by his behavior. Arjuna asked Krishna, very, very valuable, very, internal questions, internal qualities. Externally, they look simple, but they are internal. That is in Bhagavad Gita 2:54. Start from 54. How does the Sthita Pragya sit? Physically, it doesn't make sense. Everybody sit down. You know how everybody sits. So what is it? What do you mean by how does it? Now you're not asking about a common person. It's Sthita Pragya. One who has control over the senses. How does he sit? What kind of a question is this? It's a stupid question. No. It is internal question, not external. How does he work? Everybody knows how everybody is working. When Arjuna was asking the question to Krishna, Krishna was standing. Krishna was standing. The both of them were standing. He was asking the question. Not the same. Not in a house, in the battlefield, that everybody was very active. But they're asking the question. You want to know the internal qualities which distinguishes a self-controlled person from a person who is not self-controlled. Like we said in the beginning, some of these qualities may not be physically seen. Vamsiddhas Babaji Maharaj. Vamsiddhas Babaji Maharaj. Which quality will you count on him that is a pure devotee? Which qualities? The titiksha? Will you say he's titiksha? No. No. He doesn't have these qualities, externally speaking. He doesn't have this titiksha. You come to him and do service, he will chastise you. You rascal. Did I ask you to do anything here? False ego. Did I ask you for anything? My mistress will do everything. Is that tolerance? Will you say this is tolerance? No. Externally speaking, you cannot see that. You will see him as a foolish person. Because for him to walk from here to the gate, he may spend 1 year. To walk from here to the gate, he may spend 1 year. And say, let's travel. Oh, we are going to Brindavan. Oh, great. He packed his things. You just go outside and sit down there and do japa. We are traveling. He's Muslim. Yeah, pack his things. You sit, just sit down and then you will never get up. Who knows when he will get up from there? We can't tell when he will leave the place. That is traveling. That is traveling. And you will not lock the door. You will not lock the door. He will never lock his door. Let the Imam say that He would never tell you thank you for anything you do. Never. Never. Chastisement you get after that. Do whatever you want to do. Chastisement. Rascal, did I ask you to do anything? False, you want to tell me you are Solomon. Get out from here. My mistress will do that. The moment he sees Bhaktisiddhanta, Saki has come. Completely different. The mood is different. Saki has come. That means Radharani is here. Right. No chastisement. No single chastisement. Peaceful discussion. Krishna Katha will count. So these are secondary qualities of a sadhu. That he is titiksha, very, very tolerant. The trees are tolerant. The trees, very tolerant. No complaint. So many injustices have played on tree. No complaint. No single complaint. Zero. Titiksha. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asks us to learn from the tree. To learn from the tree. Why tree is so important? Trees are selfless. We were talking about Mahatma yesterday. Mahatma, selfless. Those who work for others' benefit. Tree. This tree is standing there for years, producing fruit, but never one day take the fruit it produces. If for others that the tree is standing, very tolerant. Never one day take the fruit which he produces. So existence of a tree is for others' benefit. Mahatma. It's a great soul. But the tree will go to Godhead? Huh? We can take the fruit and eat and go to Godhead, but the tree just go to Godhead? No. But you take the fruit of the tree who is not as tolerant as a tree. You take the fruit and offer to Krishna and you go to Godhead. And the tree is still standing there. So, these are secondary qualities that this quality itself does not make one a godly person. There's so many people who are tolerant who are not devotees. They have this quality, but they're not devotees. The tree. They have the quality. But a sadhu automatically develop these qualities in the course of our practicing Krishna consciousness. This quality they would develop. So, in the life of a sadhu, these things are the byproduct of a sadhu's life. That is sin. The sadhu will be tolerant. Not be tolerant. Really tolerant. In the Papa use example of Haridas and Jesus the Christ. Papa used these two personalities. Very tolerant. This morning I was remembering Jesus' life. I was remembering Jesus' life. He was said to be crucified on the cross. Then by his side there are two personalities who are thieves. They are not there as a sadhu. They are there as thieves. They say something which is very important. They say something. It's very, very important. So I was thinking about it this morning. It came to my mind. I was just thinking. I don't know you're going to bring the verse. But my mind was thinking about it. The two thieves, they asked Jesus, we are thieves. We're not religious. And we are hanging here as a result of our sinful activities. You are also hanging here for what reason? Why are you hanging here with us? You understand? He has a message. If a devotee suffers, many people will not understand. It will bring misunderstanding to people's life. The thief said, we know why we are suffering. We are here. We are being punished because of our sinful activity. Why are you also being punished? For what reason? Why are you hanging here with us? Why are you hanging here? So what will make the difference? If you can live a holy life, you'll be hanging here. I live a very sinful, I'm hanging here. So what is the benefit? At least we gratify the senses. We didn't gratify the senses. You're hanging here. We gratify the senses. We enjoy our sinful life. We never enjoy anything. So you miss both sides. I didn't ask Christian this question. Suppose I take the deep process and I didn't succeed. Materially, I didn't enjoy anything. Spiritually, I didn't enjoy it. What is my hope? I don't ask the question. What is my hope? For being a devotee. What's my hope? So, devotees should be fully protected by Krishna. Devotees should be protected by Krishna so that it gives confidence to the followers. Krishna protecting devotees. Krishna protected devotees. My life has seen that Krishna protected devotees. Krishna protect. I can give testimony, many testimonies to prove that devotees are being protected. Not practitioners are being protected. What about pure devotees? The practitioners are being protected. The pure devotees are being protected. So, Prabhupada said, you can go through all the list: compassion, karunika, devotees, compassionate, the sadhus to be compassionate. Show compassion. And we have seen that there are so many philanthropic organizations around who are doing so many charitable things. It is out of compassion. But they are giving grace to people on Ekadasi days. A lot. Vrindavan is here. You see many in Vrindavan. So that is karunika. They're compassionate. They're very kind, right? But how kind is that? Giving someone or people, many souls, grains on the Ekadasi days in the Holy Land. Not even outside. Not even outside. The Holy Land. So some people they have these qualities which have no value. It's like Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He say one may be very, very meek and humble, but if not a devotee, I don't care for that person. In other words, these qualities are meaningful if we are devotees of Krishna. Then they are meaningful. This is a purport of Prabhupada. A sadhu, as described above, is a devotee of the Lord. Yeah, sadhu is a devotee. As a sadhu, he's a devotee. His concern, therefore, is to enlighten people in devotional service to the Lord. This is a sadhu. To effectively present Christian consciousness to people, that people will be able to accept it. These qualities are necessary. These qualities are necessary. But the main thing that makes a sadhu or distinguish a devotee from non-devotee is our interest to give Krishna consciousness to people. This is real compassion. The real compassion. To give Krishna, to distribute Krishna, to teach people Krishna consciousness. Because our problems in this material world is not because we don't have material facilities. That is not a problem. It's not because we don't have material facilities. The most happiest people in the material world are not opulent people. They are not the opulent people. They are the people who are considered materially to be poor, stricken people, not rich people. The super rich people are not considered to be happiest people, or even happy people. They are not. They are not the happy people. The happiest people in the world, according to mundane survey, they're simple people, like Bangladesh. Bangladesh was mentioned. And there's another tribe, Hunza, called the Hunzas. The Hunzas. They are recently considered the happiest people. But if you look at their life, Hunza, you can go to the net and search. They live with nature. No skyscrapers, no tractor, no cars, no cell phone. Very simple, natural, very happy. They drink the water from the river, not from the tap. So materially speaking, they're not very rich people, but they're very happy. They're happy, simple people. They 90 years they're still producing children. 90 years. They're still giving birth to children. 90 years. Yes. 100 years they're still going to till the ground. Like we saw it in our village those days. Yes. In our village I saw women, they carry baby at the back, carry heavy load on the head from the farm. They don't deliver the baby in the hospital. They deliver from the market or from the farm. They will give birth to the child on the road. These days, in hospital, people will go to deliver the baby, and the baby lacks so many things. It lacks so many things. So many things. Right? So many times missing. The Hunzas, 90 years are giving birth to children without hospital. So, our problems in the material world is not because we don't have material facilities. That is not. Those who have the material facilities are the most miserable people. In the Western countries, all the psychiatric persons are CEOs. All. No person from the street. No person from the street in a psychiatric hospital. Nobody from the street in a psychiatric. All are from wealthy families, CEOs, chief executive officers. They are the psychiatric persons. So our problem is that we lack Krishna consciousness. That is the problem. So those who are teaching Krishna consciousness to the world are the best, the greatest welfare workers. Lord Gita 5:25. The greatest welfare workers. Srila Prabhupada. The hero. The greatest. Which he mentioned here. A sadhu, what is a sadhu's business? What is his concern? What is his purpose of being a sadhu? What is the purpose of his existence? His concern, therefore, is to enlighten people in devotional service to the Lord. That is the concern of a sadhu. This is a sadhu. This is the quality of a sadhu. In other words, a person who is seriously engaged in presenting Krishna consciousness to people, who is teaching Krishna consciousness to people, is a sadhu. What's a sadhu? That is his mercy, Karunika. That is the mercy. The mercy is not to inject a suffering person to die. That is not mercy. That is murder. That's a murder. Someone is suffering too much. Say, I can't be. How can I? Even I've seen devotees. How can I see my mother, my father suffering like this, Krishna? How can I see her suffering like this? Doctor, can you inject him or her? She can just die peacefully. I can't tolerate to see them suffer like this. That is murder. It's not mercy. So I told some devotees who told me this. My advice is to you, not the parents who are dying in pain. My advice is to you. What is that? You should learn to avoid what your parents did, that they are dying in pain, so you don't have the same experience because you have Krishna consciousness. You have Krishna consciousness. So they did not have Krishna consciousness, but you have Krishna consciousness. You shouldn't be in their situation. You should be different. We are worrying about them. What about us? Hello? How are we going to live our own bodies? They are living their own body like that. It's a concern for us. But how we are also going to live our own body, that we should put into consideration, so we don't have to follow in the same way. Otherwise, we are unnecessarily worrying and disturbing ourselves. It's unnecessary. The necessary thing is what we should do in our Krishna consciousness so that we don't have to have the same situation like them. Sadhu have this business, being merciful. He knows that without devotional service to the Lord, human life is spoiled. A devotee travels all over the country from door to door, preaching, be Krishna conscious. Be Krishna conscious. Be Krishna conscious. Be a devotee of the Lord. Don't spoil your life in simply fulfilling your animal propensities. So we will not die painfully like our parents. We should die peacefully. It's like Vrindavan Das Thakur, Chaitanya Bhagavat. He said, only devotees will die peacefully. Only devotees will die peacefully. Why? Because they are chanting Nitai Gauranga. Those who are not chanting Nitai Gauranga, why should they die peacefully? This is Chaitanya Bhagavat. Why? What's the qualification for us to die peacefully? The only qualification is to chant Nitai Gauranga, 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 Gauranga Maha, Nitai Gaur. The chant Hare Krishna mantra. As Prabhupada is saying, be Krishna conscious. Be a devotee of Lord Krishna. Don't spoil your life in simply fulfilling your animal propensities. Human life is meant for self-realization or Krishna consciousness. These are the preachings of a sadhu. This is sadhu. This is sadhu. The sadhu's business is to enlighten us in Krishna consciousness. It's not to make miracles. Miracles are meant for faithless people. Faithless. Those who have no faith in God. Okay, you have to use different means. Prabhupada says we should divide many means to present Krishna consciousness. So they are faithless. Okay, make miracles. But that is for faithless people. Those who are faithful should be told Krishna consciousness directly. Should not spoil our life. Since gratification is available for all species of life, not only human beings. So it is not something so important that we should waste our time with. All species of life are having facility for sense gratification. And animals, they do it better than human beings. 100% better than human beings. So human beings should not waste our time competing with animals. Sense gratification is not scarce. It's not scarce. It's not difficult. Sinful activity is not difficult. It is pure activities that are difficult to do. So no person should be wasting our time for things which being done by everybody. Nobody is called a hero if you have not done something extraordinary, something which is not common. One is called a hero when you have done something which is not common. And that is the mood of Srila Prabhupada. Aim at, the Prabhupada said. Should aim at the non-serious. If you miss it, nobody will blame you. Yes. Should they be useless? If you don't succeed, nobody will blame you. Yeah, it is difficult anyway. It is difficult. So, but at least you try. Yes. These are the teachings of a sadhu. He is not satisfied with his own liberation. He says sadhu is a great soul. He is not satisfied with his own liberation. He always thinks about others. He is the most compassionate personality towards all the fallen souls. Therefore, one of his qualifications is Karunika, great mercy to the fallen souls. Karunika. He is ready to take any risk to help others become Krishna conscious. This is Sadhu, Mahatma. He is ready to take any risk to help others. Sadhu is ready. A Mahatma is ready to take any risk to give Krishna consciousness to people. Take any risk. It is happening. Preach in a place that people are planning to kill you. That is our situation. We're preaching to people who want to kill you. That's our situation we are facing right now. You preach to people who want to kill you. They are planning how to kill you. You are preaching, you want to save them, but they are constantly planning how to kill you. Every time, the plan is how to kill you. You are preaching them. while engaged in preaching work, he has to meet with so many opposing elements. And therefore, the sadhu or devotee of the Lord has to be very tolerant. Has to be very tolerant. Tolerating people who want to kill you. While engaged in preaching work, in preaching, not in sanctification, in preaching, he has to meet with so many opposing elements. So many opposing elements. And therefore the sadhu or devotee of the Lord has to be very tolerant. Someone may ill-treat him because the conditioned souls are not prepared to receive the transcendental knowledge of devotional service. They do not like it. That is their disease. The sadhu has the thankless task of impressing upon them the importance of devotional service. Sometimes devotees are personally attacked with violence. They attack with violence. Lord Jesus Christ was crucified. Haridas Thakur was caned in 22 marketplaces, and Lord Chaitanya's principal assistant, Nityananda, was violently attacked by Jagai and Madai. Vrindavan Das Thakur said, the lesson we should learn from Haridas Thakur. What is the lesson? Thank you. Thank you. Chaitanya Bhagavat. Is in Chaitanya Bhagavat. After narrating the Haridas Thakur person, the conclusion, the message, the lesson we should learn from that. Whatever will happen to us, don't give up Krishna consciousness. Whatever will happen, don't give up Krishna consciousness. Why? Why? Why I should not give up Krishna consciousness when all these dangers? All the dangers. Why? Because Krishna is there. Krishna is there always. You become the apple of Krishna's eyes. You become the apple of Krishna's eyes. So Lord Hanuman said, Hanuman was glorifying the Pandavas. The Pandavas. It's a lesson, a powerful lesson for me. Hanumanji. He said the difficulty Pandavas had right from their childhood to the end is that Krishna used them to teach the world the level of their tolerance. The level of their tolerance, their purity, their compassion, the importance of the religion they practice. And because of this, they have made Krishna their servant. Because of this quality, they have made Krishna their servant, their messenger. They make Krishna their chariot driver. They have made Krishna offered obeisances to Yudhishthira Maharaj. Every morning, Krishna offered obeisances to Yudhishthira. So Hanuman said, Narada Muni, let me tell you, You are a Nastika brahmachari, right? Perfect brahmachari. Very good. I am Hanuman, not me. Hanuman. Powerful brahmachari. That's okay. And others like the Kumara, they are perfect brahmachari. Let me tell you, we are not 1% close to the Pandavas who are householders. We are not. So, not even in the dream shall you think them less. In the morning, whom do you worship? Narayan. Right? Myself, Hanuman, whom do I worship? Ramchandra. The Kumaras, whom do they worship? Narayan worship. Prahlad, who do they worship? The singer. What do the Pandavas worship? Krishna. They are superior to us. They are superior. You see, we mentioned before that these are secondary qualities of sadhu. Do these Pandavas have these qualities? To kill 640 million people, that is compassion? Huh? Is that compassion? 640 million people dead for them to get a throne. That compassion? Huh? That is compassion? Karunika? Huh? Point a weapon on somebody, that is compassion? Yeah, tolerance? That's tolerance? You cannot point your friend a gun. Yeah, it's an enemy. That is what he did. But Hanuman said, they are the greatest, the male orchestra. And he said, I am very fortunate that my junior brother is in the middle of these wonderful devotees. That is my fortune. You see the way devotees think. This is the way devotees think. They give glory to others. They glorify, they appreciate. Because they are devotees, they can appreciate others deeply. They honor, they respect devotees. That is, Narada, I'm a monkey, I'm an animal. What philosophy? You know all these things. Do I have to tell you? You know all these things. You go to the Pandavas and see what I'm telling you. Go to them, but don't think less. Listen. The only reason they accepted to rule is because they want to use that to preach Krishna consciousness. They are not into position. Position is not their problem. They would never accept the position. But this year is a chance to preach Krishna consciousness. I will preach Krishna consciousness. Right? Whatever I have, I will preach Krishna consciousness. Because of this reason, only they accepted the position to serve Krishna. Devotees are ready to do anything to serve Krishna. Taking risk, preaching to people who are constantly planning how to kill you, and you are still there. You become the apple of Krishna's eye. The Pandavas. What is their sin? What is their problem? What is their fault? Zero. But look at the problems they passed through. Krishna advertised the level of their purity, their religion, their faith, their tolerance, by putting them through the situation they have passed through. He is merciful because he is a well-wisher of all living entities. He is not only a well-wisher of human society, but a well-wisher of animal society as well. It is said here, Sarva Dehinam. Sarva Dehinam. This is plural, which indicate all living entities who have accepted material bodies. Not only does the human being have a material body, but other living entities such as cats and dogs also have material bodies. The devotee of the Lord is merciful to everyone. The cat, dogs, trees, etc. He treats all living entities in such a way that they can ultimately get salvation from these material entanglements. Sivananda Sen, one of the disciples of Lord Chaitanya, gave liberation to a dog by treating the dog transcendentally, as is narrated in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sivananda Sen, Chaitanya Charitamrita. He was paying the toll fee for the dog, along with the human beings. He was paying the toll fee as they are traveling. Even the people were not allowed the dog to pass. He paid the fee for the dog to follow them. Yes. And the dog went and took remnant of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and went back to Godhead because of Sivananda Sen. He got the message from Chaitanya, from a devotee. He got the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, from a devotee, association with the devotee. He was attached to Sivananda Sen. That attachment led him to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He got his prasadam. After taking the prasadam, he was dancing the kirtan, and people gathered. We were having kirtan. People gathered to celebrate the departure of a pure devotee. People gathered to celebrate the departure of a pure devotee. Like people gathered to celebrate the departure of Haridas Thakur, Bhishmadev, other great devotees. Prabhupada, people gathered. Especially Master, people gathered to celebrate the departure. People also gathered to celebrate the departure of the dog. In the presence of everyone, he went back to God. Because of attachment, association with a devotee. There are many instances where a dog got salvation by association with a sadhu, because a sadhu engages in the highest philanthropic activities for the benediction of all living entities. Yet, although a sadhu is not inimical towards anyone, the world is so ungrateful that even a sadhu has many enemies. Many enemies. What is the fault of Jesus? What is his fault? What is his fault? What is the fault of Haridas? Preaching Krishna consciousness. That is the fault. Haridas, what is his fault? Prahlad Maharaj, what is his fault? Preaching Krishna consciousness. Because the world does not like it. So, we're encouraging all devotees. It's very important for us to make advancement of our Krishna consciousness. Very, very important that we should make advancement of our Krishna consciousness. So one devotee asked me, "What's important?" That's my fault. That is my own interest. So if I don't make advancement, what is my problem? So why should it be a problem for you? So I'm okay if I don't make advancement. I say no, it's a problem. If you don't make advancement, it's a problem for me and everyone. Why? It's individual. I say no, it's not individual. It's not individual. If you don't make advancement, you become envious of those who make advancement. And when the envy comes in, you will attack everybody. Envy is a dangerous attack. Envy, dangerous attack. Therefore, it is compulsory for us to make advancement. We should make advancement. It is compulsory. You be in anxiety and you put others in anxiety. Can you imagine, not in Rodrigues, but if you're like in every thickly populated place, city, thickly populated city, people, they be thickly crowded. If you stand in one place, how do you feel? Huh? in the thickly populated place, you stand in one place, people are moving, but you stand in one place. What will happen to you? How will you feel? Hmm? People will push you from all directions. Be miserable. Be miserable. So better to make advancement. And this movement this society is a movement. It means you should move. If you don't move, be miserable. It's a movement, a educational movement. So you have to move. You should move forward. What is the difference between an enemy and a friend? It is a difference in behavior. A sadhu behaves with all conditioned souls for their ultimate relief from material entanglement. Therefore, no one can be more friendly than a sadhu in relieving a conditioned soul. A sadhu is calm, yes. And he quietly and peacefully follows the principles of scripture. A sadhu means one who follows the principles of scripture. At the same time, he is a devotee of the Lord. He follows the principles of scripture as a sadhu. Bharugati already disqualified, 1623. Shastra Bidim. Jaha Shastra Bidim, Usi, yeah, what to take, Kama, character. Shastra Bidim, Usi, yeah. A person, Saha, a person, one who acts outside the scripture. One who does not follow the scripture is Kama Kartaha, is a whimsical person. What the result of whimsicality? Nasuka. Be miserable. Right? Be miserable. A miserable person has no focus. You cannot concentrate on anything. That's why I have to chant Hare Krishna mantra, because we are so miserable in this mantra, we have no focus. By chanting the Hare Krishna mantra will regulate the mind and bring it into focus. That's the only thing we can do. Other formulas cannot do it. Nahasukam cannot be happy. Nahasidim, no perfection. When there is no happiness, there is no perfection. There is no question of Krishna consciousness, no going back and back to Godhead. So it is compulsory for us to follow the scriptural injunction. The regulative principles to be followed strictly. The sadhu means a follower of the scriptural injunctions and a devotee of the Lord. All these characteristics are prominent in a devotee. A devotee develops all the good qualities of the demigods. Whereas a non-devotee, even though academically qualified, and he's a perfect brahmana with all the brahmanical quality without Krishna, he is useless. Asara. A devotee develops all the good qualities of a demigods. But demigods are not necessarily devotees. They are not. Whereas a non-devotee, even though academically qualified, has no actual good qualifications or good characteristics according to the standard of transcendental realization. So the position of a sadhu is very, very important. Should be a sadhu who has unflinching faith in Krishna, devotion for Lord Krishna, and is taking all kinds of risks in distributing Krishna consciousness to others as much as possible. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Comments? Questions? Yes.
Now that's a quality mentioned in verse 21. There's a quality that are mentioned in the verse that we just discussed. At work, many people they try to check other devotees by their behavior or practice. When they don't find these qualities, then they start to justifies the solution. Something very noble has happened. It compares up to some devotee. These qualities are exalted.
Yes.
You find those qualities and just become like a pretext to criticize devotees, to label them like a negative person. So how we should react?
We are sadhus, so we should get these qualities. So have the qualities. A mirror should be a mirror that we look there. We should be able to see our ugly face. Otherwise, not a mirror. So if you are devotees, then they should act properly. So people should see us with these qualities. That we behave differently. We should behave differently. Otherwise, what is the difference? People should see us and say, "Oh, this person." Even without talking to them, they will come to you and they say, "I want to be like you." Because I've seen the qualities you are demonstrating. Or something happened in that group. People will select you. You should speak because they know that you are different from. You should speak. You should tell us the truth here. That is the quality we should have. And people should see what we are practicing in us. They should see it. If you don't see what you're doing, it will discourage many people. They should see what we are doing. It is manifesting. Some years ago, I had one God brother. He was complaining to me. His wife is a problem, not following. I told him, Prabhu, don't disturb yourself. Don't disturb yourself and don't disturb her. So leave her. Let your wife see that what you are practicing is working in you. She will join you. I told him like that. And it happened like that. It happened like that. One day, I want to follow you today at your church. He became very happy and he brought her right to me to say, see, Prabhu, what you said happened. I said, yes. She had known what you were before. And now you are belonging to this Christian consciousness. You want to see the change. Then if you see that, she will automatically follow. Not by forcing, not by shouting, not by preaching. Let your behavior preach to her. It will work. So our character should be our preaching. Our character should be our preaching, not just our words. Our words will not work effectively. Our character will work perfectly.
So the principle is like, if we are getting a criticism against any devotee, so it's not like stick to that principle that the devotee should be a person and 100% devotee. You don't use this like a statement to defend the devotee.
Now we should be humble to accept that these qualities are missing and people that are pointing it out. So let us develop them. Let us develop them. Not to just no, I'm surrendered to devotee. You are not a devotee. That's why I cannot see I'm a pure devotee. Nobody will want to accept that. They will not accept that. But if you behave properly, they will accept it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Raj, thank you very much. I wanted to ask, I was thinking about Srila Vamsidas Babaji Maharaj. So sometimes, generally we see the acharyas in our parampara, it seems Krishna sends them for some specific mission.
Yes.
Like Goswamis were instructed to write the books, and then Srila Narottam Das Thakur, they came after, and then they had to distribute the literature like that. So So for Srila Vamsidas Babaji Maharaj, how can we understand what was his mission? Why was his? Because his pastimes are very different. So
That's Babaji. That's the Babaji style. It's Abadut. That is the section. Yeah. For in our time, it is old, but in the past, it is prominent. Just like our own partner, our Goswamis are very decent in everything, all that. That time, that was a part also. That was a part. People see it the way we see now. So nobody blame him for what he did. Nobody. He was appreciated as a. So people who are traveling with him, either you stay there or you continue, because you know that is his way. You cannot blame him, but that is nature. That is nature. You cannot blame him for that. So for us, it looked odd, but that time it was not. It was perfect. And many people followed it. Even Bhaktivinoda Thakur did. He did. He pretended to be lame and invalid. That was pretense. Not that he is, but he wanted that so that people don't come and disturb him. So it was perfect. So it's a Babaji. It's not clearly mentioned, but he adopted that. So many of our acharyas, they have a different mission. Yes. So we should see them as they are and take them like that. Look at Lokanath Goswami. He's also like Abhadutas. The same. Yes.
When a devotee suffers, so you said that many devotees, they kind of misunderstand this. So I have encountered many devotees and their understanding is that this devotee has given his life for Krishna and Krishna somehow did not protect him or her. So I can see that this thinking is growing much and much. I mean, many devotees are thinking like that now in our movement. So how can we correct this thinking, this mentality?
Yeah, we should be careful because we don't know better than Krishna. I'm seeing you now. Even what I see is not correct. But Krishna sees, millions births experience. Krishna has all the record. We don't have. And Krishna will respond to that. Krishna will respond to that. He has our record. We don't have the record. Okay, we see a devotee is a sadhu this time. Was he a sadhu in the previous lives? Was he a sadhu in the previous lives? So all the things that we did, Krishna will not look into them. Krishna will look into all these things. So I have mentioned many times that, like we just mentioned, we should make advancement because we become disturbance for others, to ourselves and others. Similarly, it is very important for us to be very straightforward in our dealing with Krishna, because if you're not straightforward, Krishna knows what you are hiding there. He will respond to it. When Krishna responds to that, it will show like this: oh, Krishna is not protecting his devotees. He is responding to what we are, not what we show outside. That's what Krishna will respond to. We don't see that, but Krishna sees all. So he will not respond to the external thing which we do. He will respond to the negative, the dangerous thing which we keep behind. He will respond to that. And when he responds to that, we will blame him like this: oh, he's not protecting him. Krishna is protecting his devotees, 100%. But he does not protect deviants. He doesn't protect deviants. And he knows the deviants. He knows all. He has all our records. He will respond to that. And we should understand his position. He is not obliged to anyone. He's fully independent. If someone chooses to be his devotee today, it's okay. If he doesn't choose to be, it's okay for him. It's not a loss for him. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. A basket of mustard seeds. How many is there? If one falls from there, does it make any difference? That is our situation. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami gave this example. So it is we who suffer, not Krishna, for whatever happens to us. It is we who pays it, not Krishna. So it is good for us to behave properly. If we behave properly with all of our fault, if we behave properly with all of our fault, Krishna will help us. But we are outright deviants. Krishna will not help. He will leave us to pay for it. Because that is how we'll get purified. When we pay for it, then we'll get purified and become proper. Yesterday there was a question, and the first answer I gave was that person has not suffered enough. We have to suffer more to be able to take to Krishna consciousness. You have to pay. And we pay very dearly for it. Nothing happens without a cause. Nothing. There's nothing happen without a cause. And I said that, yes, Krishna is protecting my personal life. I have millions of testimonies. Krishna is protecting. Yes.
Is Krishna obliged to his pure devotees?
Yes. You just give example of Pandavas. Krishna became the chariot driver. You know what it means to be a chariot driver? You know. Yes, that's part of it. What else? What else? Krishna washes Arjuna's chariot every night. He wash them every night. At the end of the day, he would brush them. He feed them for the whole 18 days. Only Krishna was doing that. Washing, taking care, feeding. Only Krishna did for 18 days. You know written them, Bhagavad Gita. But that's what Krishna was doing for 18 days. Did he complain to anybody? Hanuman was speaking about him and shedding tears of love. See what he has become. So he concluded, you Pandavas, you have the mystical pearls to keep Krishna under your control. You have the mystical pearls. They have it. People have gone to the forest, Himalayas, taking serious austerity to get Krishna. Krishna left them to come and stay in the palace. Yudhishthira Maharaj was not doing austerity in the forest. He was in the palace. Palace means sanctification. But Krishna stays there. He left the forest. Krishna didn't stay with the yogis in the forest. He stayed in his palace. That's the result of their purity, their bhakti. What the trouble they face. Yudhishthira Maharaj himself, he confessed. If people see my suffering, nobody will become a devotee. Nobody will become a devotee seeing how I suffered. Therefore, I have to find a way to contract it to make people believe in Krishna. So he did the Rajasuya Yagya. That was the reason for doing that. To bring people to come and respect Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Srimad Bhagavatam. Advice, please.
I have a question. I would like to know, you were saying that Sarju is always speaking, sometimes he do. Can Can you elaborate on this?
I did. By his character, he's always preaching. By his character, by his behavior. Hmm? The problem is that we don't see. That's the problem. Not only that we don't hear, also we don't see. Huh? You are living with the person. I'm seeing how it's so Hare Krishna devotees, they have serious problem. One day I asked a devotee, one day, here in Mauritius, how many rounds your wife chant? I don't know. I said, who should know? Your own wife you live with in the same house every day. You don't have any everyone to chant. So who should know? The Guru. He has mystic power, but you, so should not know? That is a big message. Means that we are not relating nicely. That's the message. You're supposed to know that. You should know everything. So we have a very big relationship issue. Very big. Hare Krishna devotees I'm talking. Very big relationship issue. Why? Because our heart is still very hard, it's not soft. So we don't care for each other. We don't have care for each other. Hmm? Why should I stay with a person for 1 year and I don't understand who the person is? Why? What's the reason for that? I'm just 1 year. And I don't know you, I don't understand you. But I'm staying with you the same house for 1 year. I don't see what you do, I don't know. We don't have relationship, that's what it means. We don't have relationship. Our being together is external. I don't care for you, don't care for me. That's what is happening. Otherwise, we stay together, I should be able to know what you do for the whole day. I should be able to know. In Nigeria, I visited one temple one day and I saw some few devotees. So, for a few devotees, for a few days I stayed there, I know what everybody do the whole day. Yes. So when I called one of them, I said, Prabhu, I'm wondering, what time did you chant? And he was very, I would say, intelligent. Immediately he understood me. So he gave me answer. Others will start to run here and there. I will catch you because before I ask you a question, I already prepared completely. Anywhere you run to, I will catch you. So he didn't run anywhere. He just surrendered. Because I stayed there, they went to bed before me. So I know the time they sleep. But I woke up before them. So I know the time they woke up. I know from the time they woke up, from they go to bed, I've seen all. It's not fault finding. This is not a fault finding. This is relationship. So it was easy for me to give him advice and direct him what he should do, without argument. I was able to see and say, see, do this. We should. So we stay together. We should be able to understand what this person does, what this person does. I'm saying here with all of you. I know all of you. I know all of you. What you do, what you do the whole day. I know. Anyone who is chanting Sisiran, I know. You don't have to tell me. Anyone who is not chanting, I know. Whatever we do, I know. Who is reading, I know. Who doesn't read, I know. That's the truth with you. But I'm saying with people, nobody knows what I do. That is the problem. That we are not mindful. We are just external. Just external. You don't know how I'm looking at all of you. I'm seeing all of you. You don't know how I'm looking at all of you. In my mind, how I'm looking at all of you. what I have understood about what you do with your life in Christian consciousness. I've seen all that. This is a relationship. This is being conscious, being consigned. So, I told one devotee, we stayed together during the COVID time. We stayed together for 1 year. We stayed together, just 1 year together in the same room for 1 year. So one day I told him, Prabhu, I have spent 1 year with you, but he didn't learn one thing from me. Not one, zero. That means you are not staying with me. But I have stayed with you and I've seen what you do the whole day, but you don't know one thing about what I do. From morning till night, you don't know. It's only as you cannot tell. Because you're not here. You have no eye to see. That is how our mind is. The mind is very, very, very dull, not sharp. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Murari Gupta, what makes our mind very dull is karma and gyan. Makes the mind very dull. Karma and gyan. Sense gratification and speculative knowledge make the mind very dull, not sharp. But bhakti makes the mind very sharp. So he concluded, we should take to bhakti and forget about karma and gyan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Murari Gupta this. Hare Krishna. Time has passed.
It's related to the
9:30.
yesterday it was. Can you take it from yesterday night verse? Tomorrow can take it.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.